Welcome back, guys. Andrei Delić podcast episode number 29, reality check number 6. I'm actually just joking. This is a new segment I'm going to try. It's called Prayer Time with Street Pastor Andrei Delić. So, this is prayer time number 1. So, I know normally in my reality checks, I bash people. I can be mean, I guess, say stuff that someone shouldn't say. But believe me, guys, I'm doing this out of good intentions. I don't call it saying mean stuff. I don't consider it saying mean stuff. I'm just telling the truth and how I perceive the world, how I perceive life, and what I believe to be the truth. So when I say these things, guys, is to help you guys. I want you guys to be the best versions of yourself, the best, to achieve the most you can, to become the best that you can, to go further away in life and to live the happiest life and to be the most joyful you can. Like I said, I am a street pastor. So if you guys want to question my credibility, like, oh, how can you be a pastor? You didn't finish no school. You had no training. You have no experience. Which church did you work at? Who taught you? That's why I said street pastor. I'm the first street pastor ever. People are gonna copy me after this. It's okay, no problem. I love everyone. Everyone loves me. We're all human beings. We must all love and respect each other. Andrei Delić, street pastor. Let's get right to it. So I want to motivate you guys and help you guys. So let me go on with the first one. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. Fortune favors the brave. In Latin, it's fortis fortuna adiuvat. The Romans invented this phrase, and they spoke Latin. I have fortis fortuna adiuvat tatted on my back, on my upper back, because fortune comes to the brave. In life, if you want to achieve something, if you want to go far away in life, if you want fortune, and when they say fortune, they don't only mean money. Fortune, wealth, health, a good life, women, cars, money also, success, fame, whatever, that's considered fortune. If you want fortune, you must be brave, you must be courageous, you must believe in yourself. Believe in yourself because you can accomplish whatever you want. Don't let haters bring you down. Don't let other people tell you what you can and cannot do. You are powerful. You can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it. Whatever you want to accomplish, you can accomplish. But be brave, be courageous. Don't give up after one no, or after one rejection, or after one failure. Simply never give up, even if there's 100 no's, 100 failures. No matter how many times you fail, always keep going and be brave. Face your fears. That's why fortune favors the brave. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. So this is now a beautiful quote from Carl Jung. He was a Swiss physicist, psychologist, even philosopher, you can consider him. He said, where your fear is, there is your task. I know I spoke many times about having fears, facing your fears, why it's important. Number one reason is because every single human being is filled with potential of all sorts of things that we can accomplish. Every single human being. Every single human being. But in order to develop your senses, to develop yourself as a human being, when you face your fears, that stress you get, that anxiety, that those emotions you live whilst you are doing those actions that you are afraid to do, you develop and become a stronger version of yourself, a more competent version of yourself. You become more powerful because those gene codes inside of you, when that stress from situational stress from doing something you're afraid to do, you unlock particles and genes inside of you, but they can only get unlocked when you do things you're afraid to do. When you put yourselves in situations where you have that fear, let's say to approach a woman. Oh, you see a girl at a bar, I think she's very beautiful. I want to approach her. Now you have two options. Either you approach her and say, you know what, you're very beautiful. Can I have your phone number? Can I have your Snapchat? Can I have your Instagram? Whatever. I'd like to take you on a date. Or if you do that, your gene codes will develop. You will unlock a better version of yourself. And slowly, by doing things you're afraid to do, step by step, day by day, after 1 year, 2 years, whatever, you're going to see how much of a bigger person you are, how much bigger balls you have, and how much you've actually unlocked of your potential. Because it's all potential. So back to the main point. You see a beautiful girl at the bar. Option 1, approach her. Option 2, I don't approach her. If you don't approach her, you'll remain the same as you are. And not only that, many people say this, many philosophers, many religious people, they say you cannot just stay where you are. You're either going forward or you're going backwards. So technically, by not approaching her, you're going backwards in your potential, in your self-accomplishment, in your self-development and everything. So where your fear is, and I'm not talking about fear like I'm in the forest and I see a bear and I have to approach him. Nah, that's good fear. That's a fear that keeps us alive. That's a fear that's in us, naturally in us, in order for us to survive. That's good fear. That fear you listen to and you obey that fear. But other fears like approaching a girl, starting a podcast, starting to rap, starting to take acting courses, starting your business, starting entrepreneurship, opening businesses, whatever it is you're afraid to do, that's what you have to do. Before I did my first episode, now this is episode 29, you probably never even saw my first episode, but whatever. If you go back to my first episode on YouTube, you will see how afraid and scared I was, which is normal. My first episode, oh my God, what are guys gonna think? There's gonna be camera, lights. Do I look good? What I say doesn't make sense. What will people think? I did my first episode. After that, I'm like, who gives a fuck? That's why now you see me talk however I want in front of the camera, lights, whatever. Who cares? It doesn't change anything because I faced my fear. And when I faced my fear, I developed a new version of myself. And then slowly, by doing more things, approaching that girl if I'm afraid to approach her, going to see him if I'm afraid to go and see him to talk about something, whatever it is, face your fears and you'll become a way better version of yourself. Street Pastor, Andrei Delić. So this is pretty similar to like what Carl Jung said, but this is Jordan B. Peterson's version of it. Jordan B. Peterson was is still a big admirer of Carl Jung, who is now deceased. Rest in peace, Carl Jung. May the good Lord be with you. Street Pastor Andrei Delić will pray for you at night. So like I said, Jordan B. Peterson was a big fan of Carl Jung, a very big fan. And he said, I'm quoting Jordan Peterson right now, the cave we fear to enter holds the treasures we are seeking. So pretty much what Carl Jung said, the cave, we all have this imaginary cave that we are afraid to enter. For me, it was being in the spotlight like this. Public speaking, that was my cave. Going on social media, that was my cave. I entered it. I'm still in it. I'm a nobody. Only my friends know me. I'm not famous or anything. I'm far away from that. So my cave, I'm still in it. But I know that the treasure I am seeking is inside of my cave. Just as much as you guys, whatever your fear is, whatever you guys want to do, whatever it is, just do it. Enter the cave. You know what? Because either way, if you don't enter it, either way, you're going to die. If you enter it, one day you're going to die either way. So might as well, whilst you're alive, might as well fuck it. Enter the cave, live your best life, risk everything. Because at the end, we're all going to die. So now this is a beautiful passage in the Bible. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. So guys, you guys know I'm a big Christian, a big Protestant Christian. I believe in God a lot, Jesus. I surrendered myself to God. My life, I owe everything to God and Jesus. Everything. So, guys, you must believe that God, and not only believe, but truly believe, because this is the truth. God and Jesus wants the best for you. They want you to go and accomplish your dreams, and they will always be by your side, and they will always be rooting for you. No matter who you are, no matter what you've done, no matter what you're planning to do, God will always be by your side because you're his child. You will always be God's child no matter who you are. You will always be God's child. And God, Jesus, whoever you worship, they are always by your side in a higher power. If you always believe in a higher power, however you call it, they are always by your side, and they always want the best for you. Now, this is another beautiful passage from the Bible. I'm not sure how I say it. Deuteronomy, bro, I don't really give a fuck. I don't really give a fuck how it's said. Bro, Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. So be strong and be courageous. How can one be strong and be courageous if he doesn't believe in himself? It's impossible. But one way to believe in yourself is to believe in God. And when you believe in God, you know that God believes in you with all of his heart. God trusts you with all of his heart. If you knew how God saw you and what God thought about you, you'd be smiling all day. If you knew what God truly thought about you, you'd be smiling all day, and you'd be the most happy and joyful person on planet Earth, because God loves you and God knows how powerful you are. Now, this is my favorite, probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite passage on the Bible. I have it tatted here on my left arm. Shout out to Rekriktus, qui me l'a tatoué, who tatted on my left here, my left tricep. It's Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. So believe in him. Even when sometimes in life we face difficulties and we cannot understand why and why we're living these difficulties. We cannot understand why God puts us in these situations. Whatever happens to us is what needs to be happening to us. Everything happens for a reason. God has a plan for you. Something might happen to you that's in the moment seems as negative, but is actually positive in the long term, and is actually good for you. How many times did it happen to you or to me? I know many times it happened. In the moment, I'm like, bro, why did this happen to me? What the fuck? I'm mad. Why did God do this to me? Why is this happening to me right now? But then as days pass by and as months pass by and other things happen, then when I go back and look, I'm like, that actually had to happen. And that was actually a blessing, not a curse. But at the moment, I thought it was a curse, but it was actually a blessing. Because we as human beings, our vision of life, of reality is very, very limited. Our understanding of life and of reality, no matter who you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter how many degrees you have, our vision is very, very limited, and our knowledge of life and world is very limited, especially when it comes to ourselves. But God sees everything. God knows everything, and God wants the best for you. And whatever happens in your life, whatever happens, be grateful, because there's a reason that is happening for you. Everything happens for a reason. God is with you. Street Pastor Andrei Delić. Now, another beautiful passage from the Bible. Lamentations 3:22 and 23. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Like I said, God loves you unconditionally, meaning no matter who you are or what you have done, God will always love you, and he'll never leave you by your side. He'll never leave your side. He'll never leave you to be alone. Never. His mercies never come to an end. He will always bless you. God is here to bless you, not stress you. Too blessed to be stressed. Street pastor. I'm going to use street words because I'm a street pastor. Too blessed to be stressed, said the Lord. His mercies never come to an end. He'll always keep on blessing you. Just ask for him. Seek him. Open your heart to him. Open your arms to him. Open your heart to him, and he will open his arms to you. Now I said he. Is he a he or is he a she? Bro, I don't know. He's a he. Now, I'm going to finish with another beautiful passage. James 1:17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. Everything that happens in your life is thanks to God. Whatever good people may think, oh, I did this, I deserve all the credit, blah, blah. God did it. God deserves all the credit. All praise goes to the Most High, to God. All praise. So whatever comes your way, whatever blessing comes your way, never forget to thank God, because it all came from him. Now, it's the constant wanting that makes us anxious and nervous about the future. It's in our human nature to constantly want more and more and more, to constantly think that the grass is greener somewhere else, when actually all you've ever needed is already inside of you. All you've ever seeked is already inside of you, ready to come out to the world, to show itself to the world. So it's a constant wanting of things, wanting a new car, wanting a new house, wanting a new girlfriend, wanting a new pair of shoes, wanting new clothes, wanting whatever it is a constant wanting that makes us anxious and nervous about the future. If we were to live day by day and to truly be grateful for everything we have every single day, we wouldn't have anxiety about our future, about your future, about his future, about their future. We wouldn't have anxiety because we know that whatever is going to happen, whatever will come my way is perfect. And that with hard work, persistence, luck, a little bit of luck, and consider it a little bit of blessing from God, a little bit of facing your fear, courageous, and your life will be beyond beautiful, will be beyond sensational. Street Pastor Andrei Delić. So as human beings, we must be attached to nothing, but connected to everything. This is what I mean. If you're attached to something, a social status, a car, your bank account, your job title, your wife, your kids, whatever it is, that's bad for you. Because once we lose that one thing, if someone is attached to his job and one day he gets fired from that job, all of his self-worth, of his self-love, of his self-confidence will go away with it. So that's why it's bad. But once we are connected to everything, not attached, connected to everything, no matter what happens in our life, no matter who we lose, no matter what we lose, no matter where we go, and no matter how much we fall down, we will never lose our self-worth, our self-love, and our self-confidence, because we understand that we are attached to nothing and we are connected to everything. Now, this is a beautiful quote from Marianne Williamson. She said, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you." So listen, sometimes we think that we are afraid to try something because we think we're gonna look stupid, or we're not competent enough, or we're inadequate, like she said. But it's actually deep down, if you really to look at it, we're afraid of our own greatness. We're afraid of our own, of what we can actually accomplish, which is very big. We can move mountains if you want, if we want. You can move mountains if you want. Whoever is listening to this, you can do whatever you want. You're powerful beyond measure. It's not even measurable how powerful you are, no matter where you are in life, no matter what happened in life, no matter how you see yourself. You may think, with all your negative thoughts, oh, I cannot do this, I'm not this, I'm ugly, I'm boring, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm this, whatever. Don't believe in your negative thoughts. You're powerful beyond measure. Don't shrink yourself around other people so that they won't feel insecure around you. Actually, when you grab life by the balls and you go to show the world how great you can be and what you can accomplish, you're actually freeing the people around you. You're not making them insecure. In a second, their first layer will be insecurity, but deep down their true self will be, he freed me. So go and free other people by being the best version of yourself. Go and free your family and friends by accomplishing the most you can. That's what they need. That's what you need. That's what the world needs. Always love yourself and always be proud of yourself with no conditions, unconditionally. If God loves you unconditionally, why wouldn't you love yourself unconditionally? No matter what you've done, I said this many times, no matter what you've done, no matter where you are in life, always love yourself and be proud of yourself unconditionally, and never lose hope in yourself. Never lose hope in your life. Never lose hope in the world. Always keep going. Love yourself. Have hope unconditionally in yourself. Now, this is something that's going to go out for my beautiful people out there, good looking people, especially for women. So you must make sure that you don't put your entire self-worth and your self-confidence in your looks. Why? Because beauty fades. It's a sure thing. As sure as this water bottle has water in it, that's how sure it is for your beauty to fade. No matter who you are, Marilyn Monroe, Megan Fox, Adriana Lima, no matter who you are, the biggest sex symbol to ever exist, your beauty will fade with age. And not only will it fade, but you will become ugly. Everyone, it will happen to everyone. So if you put your entire self-worth and self-confidence into your looks, women generally do this more than men. Once your beauty fades, so will your self-worth, so will your self-confidence fade away, so will your love for yourself, so will everything go away with it. So you must be sure that when your beauty fades, your self-worth, your self-confidence, and your self-love doesn't fade away with it. But if you put all of that just into your beauty, it will fade with it. So this is what you have to do. Go out in the life. Find a purpose, find a passion. Find something to do that is bigger than yourself. Find something that you're ready to die for. Like, I don't like to talk too much about myself, but doing podcasts, talking, motivating, saying the truth, interviewing new people, having conversation with new people, that's my passion. That's what I want to do. I will never stop. I will die before I will stop. This is my passion. This is what I love. Talking, public speaking, podcasts. Maybe in the future, prime minister. I'm gonna be prime minister in the future. It's not a question of if. It's a question of time and when. It's not a question of if it's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. It's just like a question of time. So find a passion. Find something that is bigger than you, that you're ready to die for, that you're ready to live for. That's what's important. So I said this many times. All human beings, every single human being is special and can accomplish a lot in something that God made them to accomplish. So let me give you an example. Even if all the odds are against you, even if your family, your friends, your coworkers, your surroundings don't believe in you, you must believe in yourself. Let me give you an example. Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's an immigrant from Austria. He first started bodybuilding. He won Mr. Olympia 7 times, which makes him one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time and probably the most famous bodybuilder of all time. After that, even before he became Mr. Olympia first time, when he came to America from Europe, his coaches told him, "What is this? You're fat. You're not lean enough." So first night he started crying, and then he said, "You know what? Let's get to fucking work, baby." So you see, even then, even before becoming the greatest, people told him, "You're too fat. You have too much body fat. You cannot become." But he didn't listen to them. Then after winning Mr. Olympia 7 times, cementing himself as one of the pioneers of bodybuilding and as one of the greats, he went into acting, which again, against all odds, every single agent telling him, "You have a thick accent. You don't have the usual Hollywood look. You don't have, and above all, you have no acting experience, no acting talent, zero, none. What makes you think you can become a Hollywood movie star, A-list celebrity movie star?" He didn't listen to them. He listened to that little voice inside of his head that said, "You can do it." That crazy little voice that 99.9% of human beings shut off, he actually put it on and listened to it. And now look, he became one of the most highest paid movie actors of all time. For years in Hollywood, he was the highest paid actor for years. So he's an immigrant from Austria. He has a thick English accent. He doesn't have the usual Hollywood look, which is also very important. And he has no experience and no acting talent. And he still managed to become one of the highest paid Hollywood actors of all time. And for years, in the 70s and 80s, he was in the 80s, I'm pretty sure in the 70s, he was the highest paid actor. And then, I cannot forget this. And then he went into politics, into US politics as an immigrant from Austria. Again, people telling him, "There's no way you will win governor of California." He didn't believe in them again. He believed again in the little voice inside of his head, that crazy little voice that said, "Keep on going, you can do it." And you know what happened? He won twice governor of California. He served 2 terms as governor of the most populated and the richest state in America, California. Okay, so listen now. Let me explain to women how kill count works. So this is how the woman kill count works. So if a woman has from 0 to 5 kills, she is a good girl all around. She's a good girl all around. If she has from 5 to 10, so meaning she has 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, not 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, so single digits still, but above 5, but still a single digit. She's a good girl who likes to have fun and who had 1 or 2 regretful one-night stands. That's what she is. Now, if a girl has from 10 to 15, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If she has from 10 to 14 kills, she is slutty, but not a slut. But she isn't a good girl. She's not a good girl anymore. Once a girl has double-digit kills, she's not a good girl anymore. But if it's 10 to 14, she's slutty, but not a slut. Like if I was to see her in the streets, I wouldn't say, "Oh, she's a slut." I would say, "Oh, but she's slutty. She's not a good girl. She's slutty." Now, if a girl has from 15 to 20, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 kills, she is a slut. Plain and simple. There's no debating it. There's no defending it. There's no rationalizing it. She's just a slut. It's plain as simple as that. If a girl has 20 and more kills, she is a whore. Plain and simple. 20 and more for a girl Nah, that's crazy. She's a whore. Not even a slut. She's a whore now. You see her? Hey, yo, bro, how is she? Oh, she's a whore. She's a whore. Now, to my guys out there, let me tell you this. We don't marry girls with double-digit kills. 9 is the most kills a woman can have. 9. Because once she hits 10 double digits, it's over. We don't marry that. That's for the streets, homie. That's for the streets. Or she will find a guy who is, I mean, I don't want to be mean, guys, or women. I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just how it's the truth. She's going to find a guy who is a simp, or a guy who is easily manipulated, easily controlled. She'll never find a top tier competent man. Never. Because she has double-digit kills. Just how it is. Okay, so this is for my men out there who constantly say or complain that, oh, men have it harder than women. Men's life is actually harder than women's lives. Men have more problems, blah, blah. Men, we do have our problems. I'll admit, we kill ourselves more. We go to prison more, whatever. But at the end, men who believe that their lives are harder than women's are fucking pussies, bro. Because that's not the truth. Women have it way harder than men do. Way harder. Just the fact that they give birth, that's more hard than anything that's ever happened in a man's life. Except now, that's a bit extreme. I went a little bit in the extremes, like a guy who kills himself. I mean, that's a bit worse, but still, women's lives are way harder than men's lives, and it's always been like that. It's like this right now, and it will always be like that. Men will always have the easier way of life. We'll always have it easier in life, and we'll always be, I mean, I'm a big feminist. Not only am I a feminist, I'm an extremist feminist. I said this already. I believe women are superior to men. But the truth is, we'll always live in a world where it's a man's world. We'll always live in a world like that. Okay, so this is so when I'm driving, if your car isn't worth at least $100,000, you shouldn't be allowed legally to make turns or to switch lanes without signaling. Not legally, because I mean, I think legally everyone has to do it, but you know, some people are allowed. And who are those people? People who have cars that are worth more than 100,000. So if you're driving a shit Honda Civic, Toyota Civic, I don't know, Honda Civic, right? Honda Civic. If you're driving a shit Honda or a shit Toyota or a shit Mazda or a shit Mitsubishi, when you fucking switch lanes or when you fucking turn, you better put on that signal, that turn signal on, because you're not special, bro. Now, if you're driving a Lamborghini and he's in front of me and doesn't put the signal, hey, applause, you have a Lamborghini, bro, do what you want, drive where you want, the limit you want, no speed limit, do what you want. Like I said, if your car isn't at least worth $100,000, why the fuck aren't you signaling for your turns or when you're switching lane? You better double signal. The more your car is shit, the more you signal. Oh, your car is worth $5,000. It's a shit Mitsubishi box. You signal 5 times before making the turn. That's just how it is. So this is my thoughts on porn stars who changed their life, who there are changed women, and they want now all of their content to be taken down, and they want for society to perceive them differently and to see them differently. Okay, so listen. Legally speaking, if you can take your content down, then you can take it down, because that's business side of it. So if in the contract there's like a clause that you can take it down whenever you want, take it down then. Who cares? But if there isn't that clause, and if the ownership of the video is to, let's say, Pornhub or Brazzers or whatever porn site, if legally they own the video, you have no say in it. They'll decide if they take it down or if they keep it. So that's the business side of it, of what I'm saying right now. But for society to perceive you differently, that will never happen. I'm sorry. Every single human being needs to take consequences for his actions. When I do my podcasts and I say what I have to say, even though maybe now I'm posting it at 23 years old, maybe when I'm 33, I'll regret it. Maybe, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I won't, because what I'm saying is actually really smart and it's very logical and it makes very much sense. But let's say I do. At the end, I have to take consequences for my actions. I know what I did. No one put a gun to my head and said, "Oh, Andrew, you have to go and do a podcast and talk about whatever you want." No one put a gun to my head. I did it voluntarily. I did it by my own will. Same goes for porn stars. You know what you did. Now, will society always see you as a porn star? I'm sorry, but yes. You cannot get mad at that. You made that image of yourself and put it out to the world. You did that just as much as I'm putting my image out in the world. How I'm putting myself out in the world. People can perceive me how they want. I don't care. I know how I perceive myself. I know who I am, and I know what I'm doing. So I don't care. I'll never be mad when I'm let's say 33, 10 years from now. If someone takes my videos and posts them somewhere and say, "Oh, this is what Andrei was like," blah blah, I'll say, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck." I'll take, yeah, that's who I am. The fuck. Okay, so this is my thoughts on cucks, like Adam 22. I will never understand cucks. Like, I'll never understand what is the fun in it. To see another guy smash your girlfriend in front of you and you look at it and you have fun. What the fuck? If I was to see, I take a naked 47, fucking blow his head off. Are you crazy, bro? Like, I don't know. Like, that's the complete opposite. That's like hell. For some people, that's heaven. For me, that's hell. How can that be heaven for you, bro? I don't, like, I guess it's not legal. The humans can do what they want. I guess we're all different, but I cannot understand how someone can be turned on by that, or how can someone become a cuck like Adam 22? I can never understand, bro. That's something I would rather die than see someone else fuck my girlfriend in front of me, or my wife, or whatever, bro. No way, bro. I would rather, like, there's no, I don't understand. So my thoughts on aliens. Do I believe that there is life outside of planet Earth? Now, this is where it gets tricky. Do I believe in aliens like Hollywood portrays them? No. 100% no. Do I believe in aliens? Now, it depends what you consider aliens. So like I said, do I believe that there are some people who, they kind of look like us, but let's say their skin color is green and they have like big ears or whatever? No, I don't believe in that. Now, is there life? So living species or living like bacterias? I believe there are living bacterias like on other planets somewhere far away, maybe in another galaxy, like living bacterias that, technically there's bacterias here that are like living, but we cannot see them, and it like means nothing. So yeah, I believe that exists. But aliens, Martians, fucking doing this, no. And that I don't believe that there are Martians doing, like, I don't believe that. No matter how far you go away, no matter which galaxy, I don't believe there are people like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I've never really been into that kind of shit. I don't really care for that. But hey, if I'm wrong, shit, that would be one crazy thing to see. So my real and complete thoughts on the Saudi Pro League. So the Saudi Pro League soccer football is shit. Complete shit. It's camel shit, wrapped in dog shit, and then wrapped in cat shit. That's how shit the league is. Now, I once did a reel saying how shit it is, then some Saudi Arabians, I guess they're Saudi Arabians, came after me getting all offended. Why the fuck are you offended? I am from Canada. The MLS? Shit. Pure dog shit. Dog shit wrapped in horse shit, wrapped in cat shit. That's how shit the MLS is. Do I get offended? No. Why? Because it's the truth. I can say the truth, even if it comes from my country, Canada, or my section of the world, Western world, Canada, America. I know MLS is shit. Saudi Pro League, shit. Wrapped in camel shit, wrapped in cat shit. It's pure shit. There's nothing good of it. If I was to be fucking blind, drunk out of my mind, drugged out of my mind, blindfolded, with my left leg attached to my left arm, and I was out to go in the streets, and I had to find 10 players. So 10 random players. I'll go to a bar, find 10 guys. Hey, you 10 guys want to play soccer? I've never played football, soccer in my life, but sure, yeah, why not? we would have a possible winning championship team in the Saudi Pro League with that team. There would have big probabilities, big chances of us winning the Saudi Pro League with me, like I said, blindfolded, drunk, drugged out of my mind, my left arm attached with my right leg together. So I only have my left leg and my right arm to play, plus 10 players in Gatineau who never even touched a soccer ball in their life, who never ran more than 100 meters in their life, and who never did a push-up. I was to assemble all of them with me. We would have a possibility of winning the championship in the Saudi Pro League. Would have a possibility of finishing first, easily third and fourth. That's for sure. We'd be in the top 5, that's for sure. Same goes for MLS. That's how shit those two leagues are. So please, Saudi Arabians, why the fuck are you guys getting mad for me telling the truth? It's a shit league. The fuck are you guys expecting? Everything's shit over there. The skills are shit. The level of play is shit. The fans are shit. I mean, I've never seen the fans. I won't shit on them, but I'm pretty sure that they're not like European fans. But the level of play is shit. The leagues are shit. The teams are shit. The management is shit. Everything is shit when it comes to the level of play in Saudi Arabia. Don't get mad. Like I said, I'm from Canada. How is the level in Canada? MLS? Shit. Pure dog shit. So my thoughts on the Tom Brady roast that happened this past Sunday. So my thoughts on the Tom Brady roast that happened this Sunday. It was fucking amazing. That was great fucking television. That's what we need. This is what we need back. And it's slowly coming back. Celebrities roasting each other to the max without cancellation, without some of them getting offended. Maybe deep down they got offended, but in front of the camera they shut their fucking mouth and they let it happen. Because that's what roasts are. If you're a celebrity, if you're a comedian, you're in the roasting world. You're in the public eye. It's gonna happen. So I was fucking happy to see that era, that age coming back of roasts between each other. And there's no cancellation. It's pure comedy. It's pure entertainment. That's good fucking television. And shout out Tony Hinchcliffe, MVP of the roast. Tony Hinchcliffe was the MVP of the Tom Brady roast. That was fucking crazy. He was cool, calm, collected, funny, quick, smart, decisive. He went after everyone and roasted everyone. Everyone got his hands in the Tom Brady roast. Tony Hinchcliffe, salute, bro. You're the MVP of the night. Because this is a message to wokies. You cannot control what other people find funny. You cannot. Who the fuck do you think you are to tell other people what they must find funny? Who do you think you are? Wokes think they're like, they think they portray themselves to be these nice people, but deep down, they're the worst narcissists, egomaniac motherfuckers that exist. They want to control everything. Oh, if I'm offended, if I believe this, you must think like me and you must act like me because me. Shut the fuck up, you fucking wokey. You cannot control what other people find funny. You cannot. Who the fuck do you think you are, man? Jesus Christ. Just because something is offensive to say doesn't necessarily mean that we shouldn't say it or we shouldn't have the right to say it. Now, I never threatened no one, and I'll never do that. I'll never threaten nobody. I'll never say, you bro, if I see you in the streets, I'll beat you up. No, I'll never do it. That's stupid. I'd never do that. That's stupid and that's illegal. So I'd never do that. But saying something that I perceive to be true, let's say, magazine covers. Not everyone should be on magazine covers. Not everyone. I'm not provoking anybody. I'm not threatening no one. I'm just saying what I think to be true, how I perceive life and how it should be. That not everyone should be allowed to be on magazine covers, and not everyone should be on magazine covers. And just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Shout out Ricky Gervais. He's the one who said it. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. He's also a comedy roast king. Is really fucking good. I love him. So let me say this. So I had this beef, kind of beef, it wasn't really beef, with black girls from Laval and with another girl. I won't say her name because she doesn't deserve it. You know what, actually, let me restart this. Let me restart this reel. So if you put yourself in the public eye, you must be ready for public criticism. If you put yourself in the public eye, you must be ready for public criticism. If you put yourself out there, you must be ready for all kinds of criticism, good or bad. If you're not ready for all kind of criticism, good or bad, don't put yourself in the public eye. What are you doing? Being famous isn't for you. Being a comedian, being out in the public eye isn't made for you then. I'm saying this recently because I had some beef with other people who put themselves in the public eye and they got all offended. Oh, and they started complaining. Why? I won't say their names because I don't even want to shout them out. Fuck them. They don't deserve anything. They put themselves out in the public eye. I put public criticism, which legally I'm allowed to do. I'm allowed to express myself. I'm allowed to say what I think. People love to bash on Donald Trump. I don't care. I don't like him either. But if you guys are allowed to bash on Donald Trump because you see him as the devil or whatever, why wouldn't you guys be allowed to get bashed on? So you guys are allowed to bash on Donald Trump, say the worst kind of thing to him. He's ugly, he's fat, his hair, he's stupid, blah, blah, blah. He has an orange tan. Say the worst thing to him. But when people say things to you, who you also put yourself in the public eye, when you guys get public criticism, you guys are crying, running to your mom. Oh my God, a guy online said I'm fat and ugly. No, I want to cancel him and ruin his life. Forget about social media. Forget about being famous. Shut off the cameras. Take down all your social media accounts, Instagram, YouTube, X, TikTok, whatever. Take it all down. You're not made to be a social media influencer, not made to be out there in the world. Shut off everything. If you're not ready to receive public criticism, don't put yourself out in the public eye. Criticize me all you want. I don't give a fuck. I actually don't give a fuck. I don't care who criticizes me. If my biggest idol, Lionel Messi, I love him, Messi, if he was to criticize me, I wouldn't care. I say, oh, you know what? It's a shame. I really love him. He criticized me. You know what? He's allowed to say what he wants. I don't give a fuck. On to the next page. Let me continue doing my thing. That's how it works. So like I said in the beginning, if you're not ready for public criticism, do not put yourself out in the public eye. It's as simple as that. Andrei Delić for Prime Minister. Street Pastor Andrei Delić. Andrei Delić, #1 podcaster in the world. So that was it for today. I'll be back soon, very soon, with new guests. I had shout out Luka Delić, my brother, as a guest. We talked about philosophy, we talked about stoicism, we talked about sports, soccer, everything, you name it. We were everywhere. So that episode is out now. I was here with Jay Drouin. Shout out Jay Drouin. We did an episode in French. Amazing episode. Very smart guy, very handsome guy, no homo. Very smart guy. He knows a lot about AI technology. Go see his Instagram, Jay Drouin. Simple as that. He has a very beautiful company with AI. Hit him up. He'll let you know what's the deal. He'll show you everything what there is to know about AI and technology. So, again, Andrei Delić for Prime Minister. Street Pastor Andrei Delić. Peace.